What's up, guys? It's Benny. The madness must stop. We are suicidal as a society if we continue to let criminal aliens come into our country and operate our largest and most dangerous vehicles. A deadly crash caused entirely by an illegal U-turn in Fort Pierce, Florida, from a trucker. Who is that trucker exactly? He's an illegal Indian who criminally trespassed into our nation. And instead of being turned around like any other sane country would, we handed him a commercial driver's license in California. I say we, but it's a broken system, and now it affects all Americans. So Harlander Singh, 28, was driving in Florida and engaged in an illegal U-turn. You can see here, he decides to just turn in the middle of the interstate, and a vehicle smashed into his rig. Man should have never even been in this country. And here he is just looking with dead eyes as they pull the bodies of 3 Americans out from underneath his truck. Look at this. The dead-eyed expression of a man who just slaughtered an American family. No remorse, no concern, doesn't even speak English, should never have been in this country. The state of California handed him a commercial driver's license. This is an atrocious story. Now 3 Americans are dead. The internet is enraged by this. The entire story is revolting. Illegally enters the country, gets a CDL from Sanctuary State, California, who doesn't even ask whether he's an American citizen, brings his third world driving habits to America. Yeah, like maybe you can do illegal U-turns in India, where half the traffic is driven by horsepower, meaning a literal horse pulling a cart. But not here in America, where the speed limit's 70, and we have a modern society with a modern country with people actually traveling at modern speeds. Kills 3 Americans after horrifically illegal U-turn on a highway. Nonchalant, remorseless stare as authorities pull the dead bodies from the wreckage. Why? Well, who the hell cares? They're not his countrymen. He doesn't belong here. He has no connection here. Who cares if people in America suffer and die and their lives are destroyed in the worst possible way, traveling 80 miles an hour down the freeway? Shocking footage. Illegal migrant makes outrageous rogue U-turn where his entire truck blocked the entire, you can see he blocks the entire, the U-turn block. He doesn't even look. He blocks the entire road. And so they're driving this minivan. This poor family is driving this minivan. Well, we have some good news for you at the very least. I confirmed with ICE this morning through the Department of Homeland Security that they are seriously considering immigration enforcement at truck weigh stations across America. Now, truck weigh stations are mandatory stops that every truck has to make. There's enforcement vehicles there. You have to pull in and weigh. This is to ensure that you're not carrying larger loads or heavier loads than you're legally allowed to, that you're checking in, that you're making stops. Every truck has to pull in. Every truck has to stop. If you don't, they'll arrest you. There's horrible penalties for truck drivers. They don't do this. This is a perfect place to do enforcement, to do legal enforcement of immigration status. Now, according to industry insiders in trucking, I have heard that this is a rampant problem, that this was a huge loophole that criminal aliens were able to figure out. They could go to sanctuary states, get commercial driver's licenses, and then drive in trucking jobs. Anyway, DHS confirmed to me that Harlander Singh is going to be somebody who changes everything for everyone, I guess, in a very dark way, for the good, because sometimes you have to let it get this bad for us to change things. So now a DHS spokesperson told me this morning that ICE Enforcement Act truck stops and DOT weigh stations are on the table. Secretary Noem and DHS is keeping all enforcement options on the table to keep America safe. This should have never happened. The Attorney General in the state of Florida, somebody who's a friend of the program named James Uthmeyer, he is not taking this lightly. He says that this man is going to probably die in prison based on how Florida is going to charge him. This remorseless bastard. Look at him. He doesn't even care. He's like completely expressionless. This is what stuns me. Like it's not bothered by it at all. Look at him. This doesn't matter. It's not his country. He doesn't give a damn. He's just sending everything, sending all the money home, or he just doesn't care about Americans. It doesn't bother him. It's so evil. 3 innocent people killed in Florida because Gavin Newsom's California DMV issued a legal alien criminal commercial driver's license. The state government is asinine. How many more innocent people have to die before Gavin Newsom stops playing games with the safety of the American public? Praying for the victims and the families. We're going to protect the public, says Trish McLaughlin. She's the spokesperson for DHS. Gavin Newsom has blood on his hands. That's exactly right. The illegal alien truck driver killed 3 in Florida is an Indian who initially crossed the California border illegally and was arrested by Border Patrol. He was processed for expedited removal by the first Trump administration, but claimed fear of going back to India. Oh, got it. You can just claim fear. And then he was released on a $5,000 immigration bond, given a notice to appear. He was arrested by U.S. Marshals in California on Saturday, warrant of 3 counts of vehicular homicide. So he got all the way back to California. Goodness. California then gives him, look at this, gives him a driver's license. Illegal alien issued a CDL by California, doesn't even speak English. Sanctuary policies are deadly. Hold the illegal alien accountable and all the actors involved in issuing, including the company. Good for you. Good for you, Ron DeSantis. Here's the Attorney General of Florida sounding off on this, saying this man is going to die in prison because of how we're going to charge him in the state of Florida. God bless. And we feel very sorry for the families. Here we go.
After his truck jackknifed a minivan while making an illegal U-turn, killing the 3 people inside the van. The migrant, who is believed to have crossed the border illegally in 2018, was granted a commercial driver's license by the state of California. He now faces vehicular homicide charges and deportation. Florida Attorney General James Uthmeier joins me now to talk about this horrific situation. Attorney General, thank you so much for joining us. What was your reaction when you saw this footage and realized this man cost 3 people their lives?
Yeah, it's a horrific situation. California should not have provided this person the driver's license and a permit, not just for a car, but to drive large-scale trucks. To then drive into Florida, engage in this dangerous behavior and take the lives of 3 others is really a tragedy, but it shows how dangerous the open border policies under Obama and Biden have been that have continued to wreak havoc on communities across the country. We're certainly going to charge that person with the heaviest crimes we can and make sure that he gets locked up for as long as possible before then being deported back where he came from.
Yeah, and if you watch this footage, as you did and we just showed, I mean, the people in this black minivan had absolutely no time to react. It was a 30-year-old, a 37-year-old, and a 50-year-old. 2 of them died on impact, and 1 of them died at the hospital. Absolutely tragic situation. And you touched on this. Why, if you cross into the country illegally, are you allowed to get a commercial driver's license in the state of California?
Well, you shouldn't be able to, and we're certainly going to look at ways that we can go after California, fight back, and protect our citizens. Here in Florida, if you're an illegal, you are not going to get a driver's license under no circumstances. We made that law in this state many years ago when we banned the opportunity for sanctuary cities. So it's a tragedy, but when it comes from California, nothing surprises me these days. Gavin Newsom should focus more on rule of law than crying and defending these heinous criminals.
Yeah, well, if he is found guilty of homicide, he will likely serve his sentence in Florida. Can you confirm that he will? And if so, what kind of time is he looking at before he is deported?
Sure. Well, yeah, I can confirm we're not going to deport or let this guy out of our sights until we have convicted him and ensured that he is behind bars for as long as possible, likely the rest of his life. Only then will we hand him over to ICE for deportation, but he's going to serve his time.
Okay, on to another topic here. Last week, you became the first state attorney general to ban a substance called 7-0. It's something that is sold in popular products that are found in vape shops. And this is important because Dr. Marty McCary says that this product could lead to the 4th wave of the opioid epidemic. It's something that not a lot of people have heard of before, although I know a lot of parents are watching right now and I'm sure are very interested in learning more about 7-0 and the products that that have it in them. So what can you tell us about this product and why you decided to ban the sale of it?
Well, we applaud the Trump administration and the FDA. We saw their warning a couple weeks back about this dangerous drug. And we looked at the authorities here in Florida. The Attorney General can emergency reschedule something. We took emergency action and rescheduled this drug 7-OH or 7-hydroxy as it's called to make it a Schedule I drug. So it can no longer be sold here in the state. Medical experts have said it's 13 times more potent than morphine, and it was being sold in gas stations and smoke shops right next to a pack of Skittles and candy within the reach of kids. And look, I don't believe businesses should have intervention by government except in the most extreme of circumstances, and that is this. This is a dangerous product. It exposes our kids to harm. Parents didn't really know it was out there, right there on the shelves. So we took immediate action. We're going to protect Florida families and keep people safe.
Yeah, Dr. Martin Makary says that it's not like an opioid. It is an opioid, and it was being sold commercially next to other products, like you just said, not in the state of Florida anymore. Florida Attorney General James Othmeyer, thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys for having me.
You're very welcome. All right.